Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Yeah. Roll up this, you pullin', now you know.
Boom! What's up? We're here. We are back live again. Once again, it's your boy Pavi and it's your boy TPJ, and we are here live on HNB Media TV, as well as on youtube.com/HoopsNBrews, as well as live on a Twitter page. We getting it in tonight. I guess we both had the same thoughts tonight. By the way, we gotta start a wine. What word rhymes with W that we can start? Well, we can start like a women's vertical where they just drink wine and talk about whatever.
What word rhymes with W?
Wine I don't know. Huh?
Wine
No, like hoops and brews, wine and what? Or what and wine? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got to figure that out. No, not weed and wine. I mean, I'll be there for that one, but I'm just saying, like,
weed and wine works.
I'll be there for that one. No, like conversations and wine, or you know what I mean? Like something like that. I want to get that cracking. So if you're a female out there and you want to be the host of Conversations and Wine, pull up with your Merlot, your Rosé, your pink wine, whatever it is that you get. I want to. No, we can't come on every show. It's for the ladies, G.
Yes, we can.
Look at him. He like, yes, we can. We made it.
I want to come on.
Let's get it. But that's also, I guess that's the beautiful part about being your own boss. But anyways, as always, this show stars rap extraordinaire. Pavi, go ahead, talk to the people. Let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me at Pavi World on Twitter. That's PAVY World, all one word. Same on IG. Got a new record out. It's called Soft Lips. Make sure y'all go check that out. Songs about women coming very, very soon. Been working on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably see me posting stuff from the album. So, yeah, make sure y'all go check out Soft Lips. Letter to My Exes, over 50,000 streams. Thank you guys for doing that. And, yeah.
Yep. And as always, it's your boy TPJ. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's REELTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you dummy. And I actually didn't want to start with that, but I guess we can start with that topic. I'm sorry. I thought I had the welcome graphic up. But as always, man, yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. You see my lady in the background. I didn't even mean to leave that up, but she be doing her own thing in my TPJ studios. But anyways, man, we're here. Another week of NBA basketball. We got G Malone coming through a little bit later. I had it up there already. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about it to start it off, man. Wiseman was benched tonight for Kawhi Looney for the Golden State Warriors. They are now 8-8. Wiseman seems to have been he seems to be a little bit on that learning curve. I feel like there are a lot of times when he isn't looking for the basketball, where he's just kind of trying to play energy or play defense. Is like, bro, pay attention to where the ball is. So from that perspective, I agree he does have work to to do. But what do you think about James Wiseman and kind of his year to start, as well as what do you think? Are you worried for their playoff chances? I mean, they might maybe make the play in, but the playoffs right now they're 8-8. It's a lot of teams in the West kind of shuffling around. Phoenix, who started off the year hot, has cooled down. What are your thoughts about the Warriors?
I still think it's pretty early. I think that they're definitely one injury away, like one sprained ankle away, one whatever away from being a lottery team. But I still think that they're getting that they're figuring out. I still think that they're figuring out how to play with Steph. I also think that they're figuring out how to play defense, which is the main thing for them, because they're not a great offensive team this year. Like, they just aren't. They have one great offensive player. They have Draymond, who's decent. Like, I wouldn't even say good because he can't shoot the ball. He can make plays, but I mean, scoring is still a vital part of offense. So they have one great offensive player. They're not like the Warriors of years past when you had KD and you had Draymond. You have Oubre, who I'm not looking at the stats right now, but he's shooting god awful from distance. Wiggins also isn't the best shooter from distance. He's streaky. He's not knocked down himself. So for them, they have to hang their hat on defense. And the games that they defend, they win. The games that they defend, even Steph Curry even has great games. Because one thing about Steph is that I think is overlooked is like Steph's probably one of the greatest transition players ever. Like, even most of the highlights that you see or the things that Steph for come in transition. When you get in the half court, the game is a little bit slower. You can slow things down. You can trap them and things like that. But then transition. Whereas Bron and Giannis would go lay it up, he's pulling up from 30 feet. So even I think it was the game against Portland, like really when he had 60-some points, they played great defense. All the games that they play great defense, they win and he looks good. The games when they play terrible defense, he don't look the same and they have a very tough time winning. As far as Looney being benched for Wiseman, I saw like a stat that said when Looney's in the lineup, he's plus something. I'm not going to talk about Steve Kerr decision making because I'm sure Steve Kerr knows way more about basketball than I could even think to know about basketball. But I just personally feel if you draft James Wiseman number 2, to me, he hasn't been disappointing. Like, I've been very impressed when I watch Wiseman. Like, yeah, he has rookie mistakes. He may not look for the ball, but those are just growing pains of a young team. I feel like benching him, I'm not there, so I can't speak for him, but I feel like benching a rookie this early on when he's not playing terrible may affect his confidence. So, I mean, look, like I said, he know more about basketball than me. But when I saw it today, I was like, I don't really like that. I say you just ride the rookie out and just play, bro. Like he even said, if we want to be a great team in the future, Wiseman, Draymond, and Steph have to learn how to play with each other. So then why are you gonna bench the man? I would think that you would put him on the court, let him make his mistakes and live through it. Like I said, I understand that he may not look for the ball, but one thing he does do, he tries to block shots, he plays hard, and he's dunks. He shoots a good field goal percentage because he usually catching lobs. He's a decent lob threat, and he tries to play defense. So for me, I'm just like, but again, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, for me, I'm looking at the whole situation and I agree with you. How is it that you feel you can get this guy to be able to maintain or get confidence if you yourself don't have confidence in him? You draft this guy and you take him as highly as you did. He's clearly making a difference when he's out there, whether you feel it's negative or not. I don't believe the Warriors in a win now situation. I told you once Clay went down that they needed to trade Steph because I thought that this was a team and perfect opportunity now for you to try to go out and try to trade a guy like Steph Curry. So personally, I'm looking at everything that the Warriors are doing this year, and I'm kind of not impressed with it. I wasn't really impressed with them going to get Kelly Oubre Jr. for the exact same reasons why he doesn't look as good as as he's looked at previous stops. And that's because of the fact that he is not a good shooter from distance. He is a guy that has to have the ball, that has to have the ball in volume, and that has to be able to keep the ball in one area. Steph Curry is all about movement. Klay Thompson, all about movement. Kevin Durant, when he was in Golden State, all about movement. Draymond cannot shoot. It don't look like he got a backpack. It look like he carrying bricks when he's shooting. So it's not me being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. So like, they have to really evaluate what it is that they're doing because I'm looking at them and I'm a little bit confused by it because you need, rim protection and shot blocking in the game. Kawhi Looney does not provide that. Kawhi Looney does give you veteran experience, but why can't you still leave the Rook playing the way the Rook does and then let the Rook play the way the Rook does and then play the other guy's starter minutes? Why is it that Wiseman can't just get 16 to 18 minutes a night and you give Looney the rest of the minutes if that's really what you want to do? Why is it that you would kill a young man's confidence like that? It's not like the NFL where like if you want to, you could run, where you can run a wildcat where you can have another quarterback that's only in there for the wildcats. Not like the NFL where you run a wildcat. This is not a wildcat offense. You're not in the same situation or opportunity where you're gonna be able to have a Taysom Hill and a Drew Brees and a Jameis Winston. No, that's not. I don't understand that. G, like Looney, a guy you signed for like $9 million. That's worth you ruining the confidence of your young guy.
I mean, like, look, Wiseman.
It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it.
Wiseman on the year is at basically 12.6 boards, 1.4 blocks, shooting 50% from the field, 33% from three. I mean,
okay, tell me what Draymond is shooting.
Draymond is shooting.
Tell me what he's shooting.
33% from the field, 23% from three, averaging 4.6 assists and 4 boards.
Am I supposed to be impressed with that so much more than Wiseman? I'm asking you a question.
What?
I'm asking you a question. Am I supposed to be so much more impressed with Draymond than Wiseman?
I mean, like, look.
If in a vacuum, you just looked at those two sets of numbers, say them again for me, please. Actually, you got a computer screen share? Can you show us the stats? Share your screen if you can. Show us the stats. Because if you looking at it without the name on it, you're going to tell me you're going to take Wiseman. You're going to take Wiseman. You're not taking Draymond. I've seen Draymond play basketball. He sets great screens, G, but come on, G.
This is Wiseman on the year.
Come on, G. Come on, G.
What's up?
No, go. I'm listening.
And let's see what their 1 per 100 possessions is. Kevon Looney does have the highest offensive rating on the team. Fair. Wiseman is
I don't
at,
give a
at
damn about that.
Wiseman is at a 98.
I don't care.
Rating, no. Defensive rating, no. Wiseman has the second highest defensive rating on the team, and Kevon Looney is at 111.
Okay.
So
Still,
it's like
what's Draymond at? What's Draymond at?
Draymond is 111.
How many points per game Wiseman averaging?
11, and Draymond
Per 100 possessions.
And Draymond also has the third worst.
Come on, G. You're not finna sit up
team.
here and tell me that this man Wiseman is hurting the team when he out there. He's not hurting the team when he out there. What the hell do you want him to do? Also, they can't even practice the way they need to because of COVID and all of that.
Per 100 possessions, Draymond Green is averaging 8 points. Per 100 possession,
Steve,
100 possession, Wiseman is averaging 25.
Like, G, come on, bro. 8 points, G. 8. Looney averaging 12, G. Wiseman averaging 25. Come on, bro. They gotta stop playing with me, G.
Yeah, I just
go down to the advanced stats because I know the advanced stats down there, like the PER and all the other stuff.
PER.
I'm looking at my own stats right now.
Wiseman's PER is 14. Draymond's PER, not Draymond's. Looney's PER is 13. Draymond's PER is 8.
Come on.
Wiseman usage is at 24. Wiseman is at what, -2 offensive win share.
How was your PER 8?
I have no idea. Wiseman is at -2 offensive win share. Looney is at 0.5 offensive win share, but defensive win. It's just like to me, I just think the Warriors have to figure out what type of team they are. And to me, I think, yeah, maybe Looney might give you a little bit more quote unquote offensively right now, but you aren't a great offensive team. You're not going to be. You're not going to win games through your offense. I'm sorry. Unless Steph Curry is going to average 90 points, he's not. You're not going to win games through your offense. Even he's not having, he's scoring points, but he's not having the same level of efficiency that we have come accustomed to seeing from Steph Curry. You are clearly a much better defensive team than what you are offense. I mean, look at their offensive rating. Look, let's scroll up here. Your offensive rating is 24. The defensive rating is 17.
It's disgusting.
So it's like, bro, they have to pick, to me, in my mind, what type of team they are. And even it seems like Steve Kerr has been stressing defense from some of the quotes I've been seeing him say. He's saying stuff like, yo, we have to defend to win games. I don't quite understand, why you make this move if you really believe you have to defend to win games. Now, like I said, Steve Kerr knows much more about basketball than me. I'm going to give him credit. Steve Kerr knows much more about basketball than me, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. The first thing that I saw when I saw he did this was like, why? Like, you picked him second. It's not like you have ain't like he got benched for Boogie. You get benched for Boogie, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who was an all-star, something like that. Okay, I understand. Maybe you want to Kevon Looney. And I ain't even saying because I like Looney. I thought that, if we gave out a 6-man for the playoffs award, what was it, 2019? I thought that Kevon Looney deserved it. But I'm still not starting Kevon Looney over my number 2 pick that I played, that I drafted.
Yeah, it just quite frankly just doesn't make sense. And the more that I think about it, I'm just like, all right, Steve Kerr, I feel you, I guess. Like you just have to, if you Steve Kerr, you just have to just do a better job at either coaching or trying to get this young guy to play better. Because benching him 16 games into the season ain't gonna do nothing but tank the man confidence.
What is he doing wrong?
Huh?
What is he doing wrong?
Who, Wiseman?
Yes.
The same thing I'm talking about. He not watching the ball, so they get frustrated at him because they feel like he messed up the floor of the game. I don't care. Teach him. It's his first year, G. If we get an intern in here, he start fucking up, I'm not gonna fire the man after 16 days. G, let me teach you something better.
Hold on. Oubre can miss every 3 on God's green earth. Draymond can shoot 30-something. Now, Draymond can make passes, but he can shoot 30-something%. But Wiseman can't get a run. the fucking 18-year-old who didn't play in college, by the way. Remember, he didn't play in college
at all. So he really straight out of high school.
So he really a straight out of high school player because he didn't. I think he played 3 games in college before the NCAA
3 games, I believe. Yeah,
set him down and was like,
it's blasphemous, man.
So he
it's blasphemous.
What I just can't say that I quite understand what the aim is. And again, like I said, Steve Kerr know more about basketball than me, so I, relay it to,
I mean, yeah,
maybe,
of course, but I don't want to
maybe,
hear that, G.
maybe I don't know nothing.
Get it together, bro.
Maybe I don't know nothing. But when I
Like
saw it, I'm like,
dead
I don't
ass
think
get it
this
together,
is.
G. Like
I don't think
legit.
this
That,
is,
it don't make me nothing about that makes me think that they gonna win or make it to the playoffs. And now I'm starting to get worried. Steph Curry definitely not gonna win MVP. He was MVP last week, and now they back
He wasn't
trash
MVP
again.
last week, bro.
He was.
No, he
But
wasn't.
speaking of that guy, let's actually talk about Lamelo Ball. His coach has been giving him less minutes because he says he's committing too many turnovers, which I believe he's only committing around 2.3 to 2.5 per game off the bench. What are your thoughts on the coach giving Lamelo Ball less minutes because of his turnovers?
He
Now,
said,
I saw other people say that I saw other people say that there have been other point guards, that have given up more turnovers. Kind of younger guys like Ja and other things, that have had more of command of the ball. What do you feel about that? I don't like it at all. I think that it's like I literally think this dude is gonna be the next coming of damn near Jesus Christ. And you sitting a bit telling me he turned the ball over too many times with 2.3 a game? Like, gee, you got Devontae Graham out there. Tell me how many turnovers a game Devontae Graham got, and then you want to talk to me about LaMelo Ball. Go ahead.
I'm actually about Devontae Graham has 1.1. To be fair, he does have 1.1 turnovers. To be fair, but as far as LaMelo goes, I actually think that the coach said to do with defense. Which granted, I can't say I watch the Hornets every single night, but when I do watch the Hornets, to me, LaMelo looks like he has a sense of what he's doing defensively. Seems like he tries. Seems like he's not just out there, a statue. I think he has good hands. I think he has good anticipation. He has a good basketball IQ. He knows where he's supposed to be. But it's to me, if you're the Hornets, I don't think you get the Hornets don't get stars too often. So when you get one, I think that even if they are a rookie, you have to treat them right. One, I think he's bringing a lot of fanfare to your franchise. I mean, hey, look, we post highlights every day, so I know LaMelo Ball's name is one of the most searched names on YouTube every damn day, consistently. Now, I don't think a coach is necessarily is exactly supposed to care about that. But even when I watch the game, I think LaMelo brings a different type of energy, to the game. I think that the game just looks different when LaMelo is in. And if you're gonna draft
Exactly,
guys,
and that's something you can't say about Lonzo. That's something you cannot say about Lonzo. Go ahead.
If you're gonna draft these guys this high, I don't understand why you don't let them play through their mistakes unless you're a team that already has fences. Like if you were the Pistons in 2004 and you draft Darko Milicic and we already basically got a championship ready team. We've been a team that's been to the conference finals or been a team that's had deep playoff runs and we're trying to win a championship this year. Then you know what? I fully understand this move. The Hornets, if they make the playoffs, it's a plus. So I don't understand why. What's the point? Like what's the point in playing hardball with him? Put him on the court. Let him make his mistakes. Devontae Graham, God bless his heart, good basketball player. I'm
God awful this year, bro. He has not been good. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm sure Devontae Graham will have a 10-year career and all that, but Devontae Graham is not moving the needle for the Charlotte Hornets for the next 10 to 15 years. That's not what's going to happen. And again, like I'm sure this coach has way more basketball knowledge than what I have in my mind. But me, when I look at the game and I look at the things LaMelo brings to the game, like, look, bro, the man is giving you 11, 6, and 6 and a steal and only having 2 turnovers. PG going out there having damn near MVP season. He averaging 4 turnovers. Now, I'm not saying that PG with the 4 turnovers is just okay, but I'm just saying PG giving you 4 turnovers. LaMelo Ball, a rookie, giving you 2.5, but he also giving you 6 assists and 6 boards, and you complaining about him turning the ball over a little bit. It's not like he hasn't had many. I don't think, at least, not granted, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's going out there having like 10, 8, 9 turnover games. Personally, I don't think that's been happening. So I just don't understand what we're doing here with some of these young guys. If you're gonna pick them that high, play them. Especially if you're a team that doesn't have championship aspirations immediately right now. Just play them. Like what's the point in this? In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's wholly ridiculous on all fronts. I think from Wiseman all the way down to LaMelo Ball. You are in a situation in both of these teams where you're not going to win a championship. Klay Thompson's not coming back this year from a torn ACL off a torn Achilles. You're not going to win a championship this year. So I'm a little bit confused at like what the goal is. If the goal is not to develop the young talent and still be able to be competitive, they're not competitive because of LaMelo Ball. They're not be competitive because of James Wiseman. They're not competitive because Bismack Biyombo been out there looking like Bill Russell, and that's not what you expected before the season. And also, nobody gives a damn about Bismack Biyombo. You know who one guy I think the Charlotte Hornets should get or try to go and get is Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond instantly, to me, turns this franchise into a playoff franchise, as well as turns them into, in 2 to 3 years, a potential championship contending team, depending upon who they can ask. I don't wait for the offseason because I think the Hornets have pieces that I don't necessarily care about.
Here's why you wait for the offseason.
So as long as I don't have to give up Bridges, Washington, or Ball, you can take whoever.
Here's why you wait for the offseason, because he could just leave. Like, you have no guarantee.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that because then we get cap relief versus having to have all of those bums with no cap room. Like, at least in the offseason, you know Gordon Hayward's there and LaMelo Ball there. Somebody going to be like, yo, I'm going to go play with LaMelo and Gordon Hayward, even if Drummond leave. If Drummond get down there, he might be like, yo, I like this shit. I get to see Mike. Mike want to play me in 1-on-1s and shoot threes with me. Fuck it.
I mean, nah, I'm not at all against it. I think that would be a great deal. I just think that if you're gonna give up something for Drummond, you kind of want to be sure he's gonna stay. That's all.
I mean, for me, I don't care, bro. Charlotte. You don't care about the cap room? $27 million in cap room don't sound great to you?
I don't know if it's gonna be exactly $27 million in cap room.
And honestly, if they want to take Bridges, you can take Bridges. Take Bridges, them two twins. I give you Bismack, and I give you a first-round draft pick.
It's a lot for Andre Drummond.
No, it's not. Not
yes,
really.
It is.
No, it's not, bro.
Listen,
no, G, they are not fire. You're not fire.
You're
giving up not fire for fire.
I feel you.
You're giving up not fire for fire.
I feel you. But listen, Cleveland got Andre Drummond for John Henson and 2 second-round picks. I like the package that you said. That's just a lot of people for Andre Drummond, and I fuck with Andre Drummond.
Not if I want to get rid of
him. Okay.
I mean, I'm being dead ass.
Let's do it right now. TradeNBA.com. Let's get it.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. We in the building now. GMO Pavi's in the building. Let's do it. Let's hold on. Let me bring up the graphic.
No, I got it. Share screen. Oh, you can bring up the graphic.
Yeah, I'm doing the graphics. Go ahead.
Let's get it. All right. So trade machine. You said you want fire up the trade machine. Let's go. If it ever loads. This is not what I'm looking for. No. What is this? Okay, cool. Here we are. Cavaliers. Cool. And we want him going to the Charlotte Hornets. All right. So what's the Hornets situation here? So we want Andre Drummond going to the Hornets. Cool.
And don't get me wrong. If we don't have to give up a bunch of people, good. Give me him.
Actually, hell yeah. We make this work like this. You could take Cody Zeller. You get Bismack not making enough money. You could take Cody Zeller. You say you cool with
that's fine. I want to keep
Bridges though.
Huh?
I like Bridges.
I like Bridges, but I want Drummond. So no, go ahead. If we can skip Bridges, I said originally I want to keep him. So if we can keep him, I want to keep him.
Bridges.
So go ahead.
I'm looking. I'm just thinking about the salaries.
All right. Anyway, shout out to all y'all out there. If you watching, drop a like. Shout out to y'all.
Do they have any trade exceptions? Let's see. They do not. Okay. Half picks. Let's see. I'll give you these 2 second-round picks. Take them. Drummond and we gonna have to. Well, that's. I have to give up one more thing though, which is a lot for Drummond. But I can ask for something back. Who has it?
We listen. Dude. Hey, yo, we got to get a GMO Pavi song, though, by the way. That'll be fire.
I'm going to try this trade, but I know this trade not going to work.
It might work.
Fail, yeah.
No, Drummond for Malik Monk. No. Okay, how about this?
I need to. Well, no, I got it. I need to just add one more. I don't want to add Miles in this trade, though. That's the thing, bro.
Hold on, wait a minute. Put Bismack in there, man. Stop playing. Put Bismack Biyombo on the trade, G.
If I'm the Cavs, I don't want Bismack.
I don't give a fuck. He on a 1-year deal. He gone after this year. Put him on there. Put Devontae Graham on there.
They want to get rid of centers. I don't want him on the team.
Yes, but listen to me. He's on a 1 year. You can damn near cut him if you want.
Okay.
He's on a 1 year. Literally on a 1 year. You could cut him if you want.
But now, if I'm them, I'm asking for something back. So at this point, you're gonna have to give me back a.
I give you another second
I'm
round.
taking all of this. No, I'm talking about the Cavs. Take a second round. I'm gonna take the trade the Hornets. Let's see if this works. Sure.
Let's see.
Failed.
Damn.
He got traded. It hasn't been 3 months since he's been signed.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. We'll do it after that. Or just put Bridges in there, bro. If they want Bridges that bad, give me Bridges, bro. I keep Biyombo because Biyombo been hooping this year on the lowest of keys. That man been out there playing like Charlotte Bill Russell.
There you go. Boom. Who says no?
I would do it and take the chance, bro. I like Bridges, but he ain't proven to me that he worth 20 points or 17 points and 17 rebounds a night. That mixed with Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, man, Drummond gonna get fouled so many times, bro. If he could just start hitting some shots, it'd be crazy for him. But let's go ahead. Let's move on. Let's get to the real talk. Let's go ahead and let's talk about this. Do you think Kawhi Leonard and Paul George cancel each other out when it comes to the MVP voting? This question was asked by a fan by the name of Teddy Hart. What are your thoughts?
No, because I don't think PG is ever going to get the respect that he deserves for what he's been doing this season. I mean, outside of last night, I don't because last night wasn't really good. He didn't shoot the best yesterday, and also hope that they're safe. I know they was in it. They entered the little protocol, so I hope that they're safe. Hope it's nothing serious with those guys. But I don't think people care enough about what Paul George is doing. Sadly, I think that people just have this image in their mind of who Paul George is and just of what Paul George does, and people just think people just stuck so much on last year that
I don't think it's so much they stuck on last year. I just think it's just he just got to prove himself. What's wrong with Paul George having to prove himself?
No,
like why? Like he can still prove himself. They don't cancel each other out. Kawhi's been playing good, but if Paul George takes it to another level, then yeah, but he ain't took it to another level. KD been better than Paul George this year, so nobody's canceling you out. You haven't been as good.
Debatable. KD been better than Paul George. Debatable about KD.
He hasn't been better than KD has not been better. Kevin Durant is averaging 31 points a game. Stop playing with me.
I said that it's debatable. And PG was give you like 25 points on 50-50-90 shooting, bro. 50-50-90.
50-50.
You know how outrageous that is?
Yeah, but what's the key word to what you just said?
What?
Was.
He's still on a team that's what I think they got the best record in the West or second best record in the West, and he's still having a 50-40-90 season.
Yeah, but is he MVP worthy? No, he's not
Yes.
MVP worthy. No,
Yes.
he's not.
He's
not.
in the voting to me.
I've
He's
seen
in the
him this
voting.
year, and he was on the
I've
court when
seen
they
him
got
this
blown
year
out by
too.
50. You can't win MVP if you get blown out by 50.
I've seen him this year too.
If you get blown out by 50, including Giannis, you can't win MVP.
That was one game. I've seen.
All right,
him
what's good? Yo, shout out to Glasses. What's good, Glasses? How you doing?
What's happening, big dog? Wait a minute. Who?
I'm crying at you being in a blue room. That is fucking hilarious, dog. That is the most hilarious shit of all time.
No,
my man is in a blue room with a blue flag on. I'm fucking screaming, dog.
Hold up, no. Who was the last person about MVP?
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's not. Kawhi is for sure having a better season. I'm not looking at the bunk numbers.
Now he is. Now he is. Now he is.
Okay, how you gonna argue he's gonna be the? Come on, G. Go ahead, Glass.
He was always gonna have a better season, but Embiid is looking like the guy.
Facts.
Embiid is looking like the guy. Kawhi is playing for it this year. I can see Kawhi's playing for it this year, and yeah, that looks pretty promising.
If they start winning Jokic, if they start putting together some more wins, Jokic, because Jokic's stat line is outrageous. So if they start putting together some more wins, Jokic.
At this point, I'm gonna be honest, and y'all know how much I don't like giving this guy credit, but I gotta give him credit. G. He dropped the 40 ball. He played well tonight. So far, because AD ain't been AD this year.
It's not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think it's gonna last.
I mean, just stop doing this every year.
No, I've never done this. I've never said LeBron was MVP.
I've
never done this. But I think that LeBron so far through the first month of the season has been the MVP.
No,
team been playing the best. He's been consistently being the best.
Embiid has clearly been playing the best in the NBA.
Nah, if you got to take one guy right now, most important on a team, it's LeBron.
It's not true. The Lakers are built off defense, dog.
And LeBron don't factor into that.
He's not a better defender than Anthony Davis, so he's not the most important part. Don't do that.
See, but I don't know if this year the Lakers are still built off defense. That's like
They're
the issue
still
I
a
have.
number. They're still a number one defense and a below 5 offense.
Are they this year? Actually, let me look.
Yes. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop overcrediting offense for defensive successes.
Let's see. The Lakers right now are.
Yeah, but glasses, they lost a lot on defense this year. We're not gonna act like them losing.
Yeah, you're right.
The
You're right.
big
You're
men
right.
that
You're
they
right.
had.
No. You're right. The Lakers are number one in defense and seventh in offense. You're right.
They've been playing the best
Which is
defense in
wild
the
to me
NBA.
because they haven't been playing that great of a defense this year. To me.
No, AD hasn't had great offensive games, but defense, he's been on like normal.
I can't argue with that.
And that's what people
When you look at the
don't
numbers
look
he has.
at.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers, yeah. But when
Yeah.
I'm watching it with my eyes, I'm not seeing it. I'm really not seeing it.
It's happening. He just threw somebody shit the other day, just tracked somebody, nigga trying to dunk niggas. Just like, just because I'm having a bad game don't mean you finna dunk on me, nigga. Get that bullshit out of here. So nah, y'all just Embiid is having the MVP. Listen, Embiid and
He
Ben Simmons
is,
are both
but-
going to win the MVP. They're
What?
future
Oh, I
MVPs.
thought you meant this year. I was about to say what?
No.
Go
I
ahead.
said
Go
3
ahead.
years ago that both of them would be MVPs. They are literally too much talent and too great of players to not be MVPs. Embiid looks like he's rolling out that year. Kawhi's playing for the MVP. The Clippers is gonna finish first. It's gonna be tough.
Nah, I'm with you. If you look at it, bro, I think I said like 2 weeks ago. If you look at it right now, Joel Embiid is the favorite for MVP, and it just is. Like they have the best record in the East. The East, which arguably has become the better conference. Arguably has
To the
become the
playoffs.
better conference now. Hey man, they still got the Bucks, the Nets. The Nets. Pacers, don't sleep on the Pacers. I think the Pacers could be good if Karras can get back. Like he's got some teams.
Yeah. I mean, they good to the well, you know what the thing is? The East was only struggling when they didn't have MVPs and defensive player of the year. Just a couple MVPs over there. It's a couple MVPs in the East now. You know what I mean? You got Giannis, who's a 2-time MVP. You got, you know what I'm saying, Kevin Durant, who's over there. You got James Harden.
Harden.
Look how many MVPs is over there now.
Yeah.
So then you got really great defensive. You got good coaching. You know what I mean? So it's going to be some stuff over there. But again, man, it's tough. It's tough.
But
It is
going
tough.
But going to the Nets, I know like me and you have had these conversations. Will the Nets figure it out? Can Kyrie and Harden play together? What do you think is the ceiling for them? What do you think is the floor for them? And do you think that they can win playing the style of basketball that we assume that they're going to play?
I mean, it's going to be tough with Kyrie. You got an MVP playmaker and an MVP scorer.
Mm-hmm.
And you need the ball in your playmaker's hands 85% of the time. And James Harden, you know, it's that offense could be as potent as the Lakers Showtime offense for a season or two. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of potency.
Can you hear him? Or is that me?
Now, that was me. Somebody's
Oh,
calling
okay.
the phone.
Oh.
So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Glasses in high demand right now, by the way. Y'all should know that. That's how it is with you, G Malone, G. You see him. You see the room. You see the room. He in high demand, G. They call him. They like, G, what's good, G? We need help, G. Send SOS. SOS, we need the G Malone. Look, he still can't even tell his phone still ringing. Phone ringing because the text coming in. If you don't know about Big G Malone from the West Coast, you better get hip. Big dog drip. I still can't hear you, Glasses. I ain't gonna even lie. I just see your hand moving. I see your hand moving. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. But how do you feel about this? Because I personally got some strong opinions on this. And I think people gonna actually be surprised by my opinions on it. How do you feel about this? Do you actually think they're gonna figure it out? Tonight they played well. They were able to keep it together. Harden was a monster. They did. You want to know why they played well? Because they won. They got their ass beat by 15 plus by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Colin Sexton was having sex all over that court with them with the basketball. I don't give a damn.
Cleveland's actually good this year. I think that we still are looking at Cleveland like it's 2 years ago, right after Bron left, and Cleveland's actually a good basketball team this year. Cleveland, unless they just decide to haul off and trade everybody, Cleveland actually might make the playoffs this year. As far as will the Nets figure it out, yes, I think that they need to. I feel like they haven't even practiced yet. I really feel like they have not been to practice yet. Like they are playing like a team who is just showing up and playing the games and winning games sometimes off of talent. I don't think the defense is that bad. I think that the reason why they lost to the Cavs the way that they lost to the Cavs was because they were missing their best offensive and defensive player, which is Kevin Durant. I think he's their best two-way player. And like I said, even like before the season, even before they traded who they traded away, I thought that KD needed to make it a focus to make the all defensive team. I still think even now he needs to make that even more of a focus to make the all defensive team. DJ has to get it together. DJ looks like a statue at times. Now he can still be a decent lob.
He looks god awful. He looks god awful.
He looks like a statue at times, bro.
He looked like he's standing in front of Caesar's Palace like this.
It looks like nepotism. Is
Actually,
the only reason why.
actually, that's what we gonna name this shit. DJ look like he's standing in front of Caesar's Palace, bro. He be looking like a straight statue. What's good, Glasses? He back. Yeah. DJ be looking like a straight statue, bro. Straight statue.
So
go
an
ahead.
MVP playmaker and James Harden and an MVP scorer and Kevin Durant, because I will continuously, issue the fact that MVP is an offensive award, right? Okay. So you have an MVP playmaker and an MVP scorer. That is like a recipe for the finals. That's not the quest. Two MVP. I don't even know how many times two MVPs have been on the same team and that team hasn't been in the finals. That's like gonna be a small minute if you put two of them together, right? So Kyrie is the thing that could be in the way of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's not a guy that he's not a guy that wants to play off the ball. And if he doesn't want to play off the ball, you need the ball in James Harden's hand to get everybody else in your offense going. Not to mention, make sure Kevin Durant has a ton of extra easy looks. Then you need Kevin Durant, who's the MVP version of what Kyrie Irving does, right? So you need him with so many touches. So you really need a Klay Thompson guy to play off of the ball, and Kyrie can actually feel that. But then that's like a limit of what he can do offensively. So I would be trying to trade him personally.
Here go my thing with Kyrie. Personally, I just think that, like I even said before, I think him and KD both need to have 50, 40, 90 seasons. I think that's the way to make this thing work, because they can still get their numbers. They can still get their touches. They just have to be very efficient. Also with Kyrie, I think he is shooting like 55% from the corners. He is probably the one who's probably going to have to take the biggest quote unquote step back. I think the first game he was there that they tried to give him the ball, and you saw how they ended up losing. I think they tried.
He had like 40 or 50.
He had like 40. Yeah, but it's like that's not how we gonna win basketball.
Efficient offense.
Yeah, that's not how we gonna win basketball games. I think Kyrie needs to probably be more around 24, 25. Now, granted, he can average that as long as he's very efficient. If he's at 50, 40, 90, he can still get his 15 shots, 16 shots. Get to the free throw line a couple of times, which he doesn't seem to be doing this year really at all. But get to the free throw line 6 times a game, he can still get his 24 to 25 points. My thing with him is not even so much offense. I would hope that Kyrie is smart enough to know. I think Kyrie is smart enough to know I don't have to be the guy to go out there and put up, 25 shots a night. Also, I would think Kyrie can look at, his career when he's done that. How much team success has that really produced? Last year with the Nets, when you were doing that, granted you did get hurt early on, but it wasn't like you were number one in the East. The year before with Boston, it wasn't like 2 years before Boston. The first year wasn't like you were. I don't think they were number one in the East. And then last year in Boston, you didn't even win 50 games. So I would hope that Kyrie would know maybe this is the best recipe for success. As far as Harden, people complain about the way Harden looks. I love the way Harden looks. There's no reason.
I love the way Harden looks too, but I'm gonna let you finish this. But I do love the way Harden looks too.
It's no reason for Harden to go out here and shoot 23 shots a game. Like, that's not what we're doing on this team. I even saw Harden shoot a mid-range shot today. I ain't seen Harden shoot a mid-range, a catch and shoot, and by like I saw Harden cut today.
He been doing them on his team. He been doing it on his team.
I ain't seen Harden cut, and I almost cried. I ain't seen Harden cut in about 4 years, dog. So I love the way Harden is playing. I think Harden is taking it up on himself to basically get everybody else involved. I understand that, I'm one of the best ISO players in the game. They can't double me. I can pretty much decide to score 8, like you saw tonight before. I can decide to score 8 to 12 points at any given time in a row at will, because they can't double me because KD there and Kyrie out there, and we got Joe Harris, who's like one of the best shooters in the league. So they cannot double me. So I think
that's actually to what Glasses is saying. Actually, that might be the bad part. Is that I kind of agree with Glasses, but the problem is Katie and Kyrie decided to come here together. You know what I mean? So how can you trade one of them?
I don't think you need to trade Kyrie.
Why? Why you don't think a team want him?
No, I don't think you need to. I think there would be more than enough moments in which Kyrie will have a chance to sign. Again, you will have plays in which people will, stop your first two actions. Harden isn't the quickest guy. He's getting older. He's slowing down a little bit. Yeah, he can shoot a big step back three from 30 feet away, but why? Especially on this team when you don't have a PJ Tucker, you don't have a Clint Capella like you had in years past with the Rockets. You see what he's doing down there in ATL now. You don't have that, so you need to be a little bit more efficient offensively. I think Kyrie is a guy that when the game slows down in the playoffs, you get in these half-court situations, when people haven't made a shot in 2-3 minutes, you can give Kyrie the ball with 7 seconds left on the shot clock and say, hey, bro, figure something out. I think there will be more than enough times for Kyrie to be able to be successful. But my thing with all of them is they have to be efficient. Today they got away with not having 50, 40, 90 games.
Yeah.
It was the Heat. It was the Heat with half of the team.
It definitely was one of them things where they just kind of was just out there hooping. But as Steve Nash said post game, James Harden is one of the greatest offensive players of all time. I'm not going to be too rigid with how I'm going to coach him. Sometimes I just got to let him do his thing. And I feel like that's sometimes when KD, Kyrie, and Harden want to turn into a street ball game, you just got to let them turn into a street ball game. It might be a little ugly. It might be a little nasty. I don't think you can do that versus every team. Clearly, you can't do that versus the Cavaliers because Colin Sexton was ready to play street ball. But I do think that their offense is something that can be sustainable. My problem with this team is that this team has the ability to be able to go 14-2 in the playoffs because they dropped 135 to 140 every night. But they also got the opportunity to lose in the first and second round because a team wind up randomly doubling somebody or going zone for some reason, just screwing up their entire timing and everything that they're doing. So the more and more that I look at the Brooklyn Nets, I'm waiting on them to kind of hit that stride. I think they will. I tweeted a week ago that I think this team will win 20 games over the course of the season in a row. I still believe that. It's only the first leg of the season. We have to actually put that into real context and actuality. It is only the first leg of the season. It's supposed to go on 3 legs or 2 legs. Well, really 3, because really they're going to stop it so that way they can do the All-Star break or whatever, or the All-Star break weekend. They're negotiating it now. So it's going to be leg season. When I'm looking at it, just for the first leg, as when I was talking to Kawhi Leonard the other night, and I asked him, I said, Kawhi, what do you think about the momentum that you guys have with this team? Because obviously, and not trying to harp on last year, you all have a different energy. What do you feel about the momentum as you guys are kind of getting through the first leg of the season? And he specifically said to me, I agree. We are kind of working our way and trying to get our way through this first leg of the season. So all we're really trying to do is just come together as a team, get as much practice time, get as much time on the floor together, and try to build as much chemistry as possible. That's what the Nets need to do. So defensively, if JaVale McGee get cut from the Cavaliers, which after tonight, JaVale, you saw that live? I saw that live. I'm like, bro, Cavs versus Lakers, This man, JaVale McGee, had the ball at the 3-point line, The man literally started dribbling between his legs, trying to cross the track. I'm like, no, what are you doing?
One leg.
What the fuck are you doing? You don't get back to do that.
What you doing?
And then he got the ball back inside the 3. And he had on the bench.
First of all, why did they pass him the ball back? What? Who passed him the ball back? You just saw why passing him the ball back? Pass it to anybody else on the court.
What's wrong with you?
What was Isaac Okoro? Give it to him. Give it to anybody.
I swear to God, bro. I would have called down from the press box if I was the GM. Coach, pull JaVale off the floor right now.
Get that man out of there.
Tell him to come back to the locker room. JaVale, you saw the rumors earlier. We appreciate your services, but get the fuck out of here.
You got to get up.
Boy,
you got to get out of here.
What in the bluest of blue hells?
That was nasty activity.
That was straight Shaqing.
That was nasty activity.
Speaking of Shaq, how do you feel about what's going on with that whole Shaq situation?
It's just like sometimes I think Shaq forgets that we saw you play. God rest his soul. We remember why Cole was mad at you. We know why. You was coming in talking about some. I'ma only do this on company time. I get paid on company time, so I'm gonna rehab on company time.
Yeah.
For as much as Shaq did, you could have been better.
By the way,
It
I
ain't
can't
like-
wait to talk about Kobe coming up, man. This is gonna be some beautiful just conversations. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It ain't like Shaq was a guy who out there and just maxed out every single bit of potential that he had. That's not what happened with Shaq. Now, granted, Shaq was great. He did what he did. He won 3 rings. He won 1 MVP award, which to me ain't enough. How you got all that natural talent and you get 1 MVP award? How you do that? How I don't understand how Shaq is not the greatest basketball player of all time.
Because he was playing when Michael Jordan was playing.
No, you had more. I actually think you had more God-given talent than Mike.
We got to stop.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
He just big as hell.
No, stop. That's half of basketball. The fuck you talking about?
All right, bro.
You can't teach 7-1.
All right, bro.
You the man who say Rudy Gobert in the league because he big.
He is.
So Shaq big as hell with all that technique. He agile as hell, light on his feet. He could jump, and that's all you did?
What you mean? He got 4 championships.
Okay, that's great. What
Huh?
about listen.
Huh?
Hold on, look, listen. You didn't pick up. Listen.
You got 4 championships? Oh, that's great. How many championships Rudy Gobert got?
He should hold on, wait, pause. Rudy Gobert doesn't even have an inch of the natural talent, arguably, that Shaq does. Not even an inch of it. You didn't pick up no defensive player of the years. You didn't pick up more than 1 MVP award. You didn't get 6 rings. How you didn't do that? Sometimes he forget that we saw him play. Now, granted, I understand that this may be your way of motivating people, but to me, it's just like sometimes Shaq goes out of his way to say things about people. Out of his way. It was no need for him to comment on Gobert like that. I didn't like those comments because to me, if I'm a kid and I see Gobert getting paid all this money for being great at defense, it gives me hope. Hey, you know what? I can, do what I do best and still make my money. I don't have to, put up 20 points. I can go out there and be a guy who gets you, 10 points, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks, and go out there and get my money. Hey, if I just hustle, or do other things outside of just scoring, which gets highlighted so much, I can still be an integral part to winning and be compensated for that. Donovan Mitchell, after the man goes out there and has a 30-point game on like national television, I'm pretty sure he's not trying to hear you say you can do better. Like, what? It's just like you're going out of your way to say these things about people.
Why?
Because one, you're going out of your way to say these things about people. Then also, we saw you play. You could have been better.
Yeah, but none of these guys are as good as he is. So you have to stop it. None of these guys are Hall of Famers. None of these guys have been. None of these guys that he's talking to has been perennially top 5 every year.
Listen, they're not at the end. They're not at the end.
You don't have to be at the end of your career.
Hold on.
Donovan Mitchell, a top 10 player in the NBA.
No, but listen.
So what's wrong with Shaq saying, "Hey, I think you could do better, big fella"?
Listen, because Donovan Mitchell does not have the physical stature, the physical God-given gifts that is what Shaquille O'Neal had. Basically, what he had, you should be top 10 every year. You the biggest person out here, most agile motherfucker out here. I would hope you are. If you look at Shaq, with what Shaq had, Shaq should be unquestionably, arguably, well, actually, no, not arguably, unquestionably the greatest basketball player to ever play the game of basketball. Period.
You're lying.
Because arguably, nobody. Because arguably,
LeBron should be the best because LeBron got the most physical skills of everybody.
Hey, not really more than Shaq.
You gotta stop. You're lying.
Not really. How does he? The one thing Shaq is 7'2". He's still agile. He still can jump. Especially Orlando Shaq. He wasn't like fat or big. And even when Shaq put on and got to be like 340, he was still super light on his feet. For you to move like that at that size is incredible. Who in basketball history could do that?
A lot of people. Zion Williamson. We got to stop acting like...
Zion ain't Shaq big, man.
He is. He's just smaller.
He's
just small as hell. He's Shaq if he was 7 inches smaller.
He is
small as hell.
First of all, he's 280.
He's 6'5", 280. 6'5", 280. Shaq was 7'2", 280.
It is much more like a 6'6" player to move the way Zion does and a 7-footer to move the way Shaq did. Stop this, bro.
We're gonna stop acting like Shaq was not some crazy freakish athlete to me. I'm sorry. Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell are both better athletes than Shaq. How the fuck can you say this? They both said, what are you talking about? They both damn near the Olympics as high jumpers, and you still been talking to me about Shaquille O'Neal?
How can you?
What? Shaq, what are you talking about? Shaq was just big as hell. He wasn't that a crazy athlete for him to be that big compared to Will or Bill Russell. That was better athletes compared to Shaq. What?
Vertical leap, G.
What?
What's Shaq?
Dwight Howard a damn near better athlete than Shaq.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Shaq was just
he's
big as hell, bro. You're tweaking. Fuck out of here.
Shaq,
Bill Russell literally set high jumping records. You're tweaking, bro. You're tweaking.
Shaquille O'Neal recorded the highest maximum vertical reach ever measured in pre-draft outs. He could extend 12 feet, 15 inches from a standing position.
Because his arm's long? I don't want to hear about that, G.
That's all part of
Bill
being
Russell and guys like Wilt Chamberlain was Olympic level athletes other than basketball. Shaq only played basketball. Stop. You even got to think about literally stop, G. Shaq only played basketball. These guys were goddamn Olympic level athletes and other stuff. Stop, G. Shaq is not one of the best athletes to ever play basketball. He is, if you want to talk about top 100, not top. Shaq ain't top 25. Shaq is not a top 25 athlete to ever play basketball. He's not.
That's the name of the episode.
He's not. There have been more guys that have been more athletic. He just was big as hell and put it together. So everybody's argument that Shaq is some freakish athlete, he wasn't. He was just big as hell, and he knew how to use it.
Say this, G. How can you say this? First of all, half of athleticism is knowing how to fucking use it, G. What is wrong with you, G?
It's a lot of guys been great athletes but not been able to be great players. It's a difference. Being a great athlete and being a great basketball player are two different things. It's a lot of guys that have had great athleticism in the NBA.
How can you say this, G?
Giannis is a better athlete than him. Vince Carter better athlete than him.
No, they're not.
Yes, he is.
No, they are not.
LeBron a better athlete than him.
No, they are not.
Yes, he is.
Listen, bro. For those,
yes, he is. It's a lot. Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain.
Listen, Giannis, okay, fine, because Giannis is also
Anthony Davis, better athlete than Shaq. Yes, he is. You're lying.
Gee,
You're
listen,
lying.
Listen,
You're
bro.
lying.
Shaq, listen, bro.
You're
Shaq,
lying. Kevin Garnett, better athlete than Shaq.
Not.
Yes, he is.
Shaq
You're lying.
Listen,
You're
bro,
lying.
Shaq is a 7-footer, over 300 pounds. For him to be able to move the way he moves at 7 feet is something that's pretty much unheard of. 7-footers who are also that big are not that light on their feet and that agile and that quick. They just aren't. And Shaq went through different stages of his career. Young chisel Shaq could get up and down the floor. Old Shaq could get up and down the floor. Like, no, there's not many people. There's really nobody who has, like, sure, maybe people jumped higher. Maybe people ran a little bit faster, but nobody put all of those.
Athletes. Gerald Green a better athlete than Shaq.
Stop that. Like, just stop, bro. Stop.
Is he not?
No, he's not.
He's a better athlete than Shaq. Gerald Green's a better athlete than Shaq.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he was.
No, he's not.
Yes, he was.
Gerald Green is
yes,
also.
He was. And it's Brian who fucking walked in there. Blowing cupcakes out and shit.
Gerald Green is not a better athlete than Shaq, for one, because size and
Muggsy Bogues damn near better. Actually, Muggsy Bogues a better athlete than Shaq.
G.
Could he not dunk with 5'3"?
G.
And he could dunk. Muggsy Bogues a better athlete than Shaq.
Listen, bro.
That's actually what we're gonna name this.
Listen,
and I'm gonna switch Muggsy Bogues with Shaq height, and I'll make Muggsy Bogues big as hell and Shaq little as hell.
Size and strength are also a part of athleticism.
You telling me Muggsy Bogues wasn't strong as hell? G, he 5'3" playing in the league. He ain't gotta be stronger than Shaq. You said athlete, strength, jumping, combination, all that shit. What are you talking about? Stop disrespecting Muggsy Bogues, acting like he won a supreme athlete. You 5'3" playing in the NBA. What's wrong with you? You 5'7" and you fucking trash. Stop disrespecting Muggsy Bogues, nigga. And I meant it exactly how I said it. You fucking 5'7" and you fucking trash. Stop disrespecting that nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
What are you
talking about?
You said Shaq. You look, G.
Muggsy Bogues could dunk. He was 5'3". We talking about athletes and athletics. That's a motherfucking athlete.
Size and strength ain't part of fucking athleticism, G.
You 5'3". You play in the NBA. You ain't strong.
Are you as strong as Shaq, G? What are you
5'3"? You play in the NBA. You ain't strong. I'm finna run out of my apartment and run and do a circle around the whole goddamn lap of this shit. Stop playing with me.
I said
on this man. G, 5'3" playing in the NBA
Listen
for more than 2 years. Stop playing with me. Earl Boykins can fucking bench press 400 pounds. Fuck out of here.
G,
did you hear me?
What are you talking about?
These guys are strong as hell. They fucking athletes. It's good athletes out there. Stop acting like Shaq was some god level athlete. He wasn't just big as hell, and he was fast. And he realized he could abuse people. That don't make you a great athlete. There's a lot of big NBA players that ain't just took it upon themselves to dole out punishment. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, G. Stop playing with me. If Rudy Gobert wanted to sit up there and elbow somebody every time he came down on the block in the 90s, he could do that shit and get away with it easily. Stop playing with me, G. Stop playing with me, G. Shaq was a co-athlete, not a top 25 athlete in NBA history. You're lying. Dr. J a better athlete than him. Another athlete. I'm damn near like 8, 9 right now. T-Mac a better athlete than him. Body didn't last. Better athlete. Stop lying to me. Kobe a better athlete. Iron Man, stop playing with me. Fuck out of here. You disrespectful as hell. Michael Jordan a better athlete. Scottie Pippen a better athlete. Grant Hill a better athlete. Hakeem Olajuwon, better athlete.
I'll give you Hakeem.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. It's 25 more guys that's better athletes than Shaquille O'Neal throughout the history of National Basketball Association / American Basketball Association. You're lying.
Scottie Pippen.
What's wrong with Pip?
He not a better athlete than T-Mac, G. Scottie not a better athlete.
I didn't say he a better athlete. I didn't say a better athlete than T-Mac. I was not naming them in order.
He's not a better athlete.
I was not naming them in order.
I was not naming them in order. He's not a better athlete than Shaq.
Pippen's a better athlete than Shaq to me. I'm sorry.
How?
What do you mean how?
How?
Strength, skill,
He's stronger than
athleticism,
Shaq.
hand-eye coordination. Why does everything got to be about strength? Who's the strongest player in the NBA? Who's the strongest player in the NBA? No, I'm asking you a question. Who's the strongest player in the NBA? Who you think is the strongest player in the NBA?
I don't know.
Who you think it is?
I have no idea, bro.
Is he the best player in the NBA?
Arguably Bron. Shit, he might be. Giannis. Shit, he might be.
Bron, the strongest player in the NBA now?
He might be.
All right, bro.
Giannis, he might be.
All right, bro.
Giannis might not be.
Bro.
Giannis might not be. I'm asking you a question. Giannis?
Probably Marcus Smart, to be honest.
Strongest in the NBA?
Right now.
Marcus Smart stronger than Giannis?
Huh?
So we go to the bench press right now. Marcus Smart bench more than Giannis?
I don't know, G. That's no cap.
You shitting me.
Huh?
You shitting me. You shitting me.
Steven Adams? Adams in there?
That's fair.
And actually, they say Willie Cauley-Stein is strong as hell. I'm looking up who's the strongest players in the NBA. I mean, Shaq is one of the strongest, but just because you're one of the strongest don't mean you're one of the best, G, or you're one of the best athletes, G. It's a combination of all that. I'm sorry.
Shaq got the whole combination, G. Fuck. Can we move on, G? Because
he is, but this is the whole point. This is my whole point, and it's your whole point.
I know.
If we having these arguments, he shouldn't be up there doing that to these guys.
Exactly.
I believe he's motivating them. I believe that. But if they are offended by it and they are calling him idiots, as Kevin Durant did, and they don't want to talk to him or talk to Chuck, then they have to switch up their stance. Because NBA players get mad at us. They're not talking to us. You know what I mean? Like they're not like, oh, this Pat and TPJ. I ain't saying nothing to them. Like they don't even want to talk to Chuck at this point. They don't even want to really talk to Shaq at this point because they think they haters. They got to switch it up. They got to switch the mojo up. Anyways, let's move on. Who is the best team in the NBA West right now?
Lakers. I mean, do we need to complicate it? I think it's the Lakers. I think that
by a lot or by a little?
Great question. I think that there is a gap between them and the Clippers and the Jazz and whoever else you want to say. I don't think that there's like some seismic mega nobody can catch them. I still think that the Clippers, if you put them in a series this year, would have a solid chance against them. I think they would have a better chance than what they would have had last year.
I actually disagree with that, but go ahead. I disagree with the chance part. Go ahead.
But yeah, I think they're the best team in the West. I think they still have. I mean, LeBron James is still playing at an MVP caliber level. He's still arguably the best player in the league. People are saying Anthony Davis is having a down year, and he's still basically giving you 20 and 10, and we're saying he's having a down year. And he's basically giving you 20 and 10. He's shooting above
20 and 10 for Anthony Davis is fucking trash. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, yeah,
it's
but
trash. It's basura.
But listen, he's still shooting above 50% from the field. He still give you, I think, about 2 blocks. His defensive rating is still very, very high. Like, he's still high in all these categories. And like we're saying, he's having a down year. Schroeder, looks great. I think that their bench is great. I think they can win games in more ways than they could win games last year. I still think that maybe their interior defense, if you had to put one thing that maybe is lacking a little bit, I think that their interior defense is maybe lacking a little bit just because you don't have the same level of rim protection that you had all throughout the court last year. I think you had 3 rim protectors. Now you have kind of 1, maybe 2 with Gasol at times. He can at least do this and be big, but it's still not the level of rim protection that JaVale and Dwight Howard provide. But yeah, I still think it's the Lakers. And I think the Clippers are right behind them. And if I had to pick somebody else, not even just going off record, but I actually really, 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 really do like this team, the Jazz.
Lie to us. Lie to us.
The
Lie
Jazz.
to us. I knew that was
Jazz.
going to come out your mouth.
The Jazz, like
I told you, you and Rudy Gobert are the new La Resistance. You dead ass. The COVID La Resistance. That's who y'all are. The La Resistance. That's who y'all are, G. Go ahead.
No, but seriously, like when I look at the rest of the West, I mean, Portland, CJ is hurt, but even when CJ wasn't hurt, they still had questions. I think their defense was, a question off top. I think defensively, they had been obviously, you can't really practice the way you want to practice. It's still early on, but I think that their defense was a question for them. Denver, their defense is a question. I think losing Jeremy Grant, obviously you see what he's doing in Detroit. I think losing Jeremy Grant was huge. Also, losing Torrey Craig. Jokic has been putting up triple doubles basically every night, but it hasn't always translated into wins for them. Then after that, Phoenix is kind of tailed off. Golden State's having their issues. The Mavericks are having their issues. So yeah, I think that literally it's like the Clippers, the Jazz, the Lakers, and then everybody else. I think the Jazz have the most balanced team.
The Jazz aren't contenders though. Are they actual contenders to win the championship?
No, but I think
they don't. I don't care about them.
But listen, I think that I think that in the West there's only 2 contenders in general. I think there are arguably more contenders in the East this year than it is the West.
You do good, though.
I think that in the East, I think in the East you have Philly. I think you have Boston. I think you have the Nets, and I think you have Milwaukee. And I think that in the out West you have the Lakers, Clippers, and everybody else. Who else out West do you really think can win this year?
The Mavericks.
I don't think they can win this year. I think they can be interesting. They can win this year.
They got to get it together though.
I think they can be very interesting.
They've been looking really, really bad. I've been actually very disappointed in them as a whole. And even Luka, he's putting up numbers, but they don't mean anything.
I think they could be an interesting team this year. I don't think that they're a championship contending team this year. No, I think there are 2 contenders out West. There is really the Lakers. There is the Clippers. Then there's everybody else. And I think the Jazz are a team that if they happen to upset, let's say the Clippers and ended up in the conference finals, I wouldn't be shocked. And I think that there is, like I said, more contenders out East this year for the first time than there is out West, period. But I think the Lakers are the best team in the West, yes.
All right, I ain't mad at it. I mean, it kind of is what it is on that front. But I do think that it's pretty interesting in terms of the West. The Lakers are the best team without a doubt. I don't think the Clippers are anywhere near close. Actually, watching the Clippers this year, nothing about them has been impressive to me. Nothing they've done this year at all has been impressive to me. I've been there. I've covered 3 games in person. They're just not impressive to me at all. I don't see a level of sheer dominance. And maybe it might just be because the fans aren't there, so you can't really experience that same level of adrenaline that you would if the fans were in the building. Because you know how if the arena can get a little bit louder. And the energy of just people being there is a lot different than the empty stadium. But I'm just not worried about them. The Lakers look. I said this earlier to my bro. I'm like, the Lakers look better than they did last year, and all the roster concerns I had last year, I don't have this year because they can do everything this year. And then even when we talk to Glasses, I mean, they still got the best defensive team in the league this year. And I feel like they took a step back defensively. You know what I mean? Yeah. So at the same token, they can still be able to score with most teams out there. So I think the perfect scenario for the NBA would be a Lakers versus Nets finals or a Lakers versus Bucks finals. But we'll see. But let's talk about the East. Who do you think is the best team in the East? Go ahead.
See, the East is different. I think right now today, I'm gonna say Philly. I think they have the best, arguably the players who've been playing the best in the East. But I don't think that'll continue. I'm not giving up on Brooklyn. I think that Brooklyn has very, very, high upside. Obviously, I think that they just need to just actually practice and play more games. Like, we do have to remember that they made this trade, one in season and one in the middle of a unprecedented season, which is unlike any other. I don't even know if they can even go in and get in extra practice time. I don't even know if they can even do a thing like that this year. I don't know if that's something that they can even do this year. So right now, I think it's Philly, but even a team like the Bucks, like even you said, I think they're just pacing themselves. They very well could be. I mean, Giannis is still having.
Yeah, I think if you're the Bucks, you're still going through the same thing that you're talking about, though, in terms of you just trying to not even pace yourself, but at the same time, you want to get the practice time and more time in. Go ahead.
Yeah, and there's them. I've seen somebody put the Celtics in the chat. I was actually thinking about saying the Celtics, but I mean, right now the Celtics got to get healthy. Tatum has to get back. Kemba has to get back and stay. Well, Kemba's already back. Kemba has to stay on the court. They have to jail. I think it's Tristan might be still out. I'm not really quite sure. But the East is right now I'm gonna say the Sixers, but I'm more confident in that changing than I am out West. That's also why I said I really think there's 4 teams that we could probably see in the finals represent the East this year. And in the West, I'm more confident it's probably going to be the Lakers. And if not the Lakers, I would assume the Clippers. Out East, I really don't know what's going to happen. That's the first time I can really say I have no idea what's going to happen out East. Like really no idea in a minute. I have no idea what's going to happen out East.
I'm not upset at that. I actually have no idea what's going to happen either because of just the sheer amount of, kind of turnover and change that we've been seeing in the Eastern Conference, even with just the teams and also with COVID and kind of all these games being postponed. You don't really I don't think you can really get a real feel of like who is the best. I think maybe like I mentioned, once you get to that second leg of the season, then you might actually spend some time and actually be able to know exactly what it is that you're looking at. But I think at this current point in time, you don't really know what you're looking at from anybody. I think except for the Lakers, to be honest, I think the Lakers are the only team where you know exactly what they were 3 months ago, literally. And you saw what they were able to do with those pieces. And they subtracted a few pieces, but they really gained more than they subtracted. Danny Green was a guy that everyone, including myself and yourself, was frustrated with during the NBA Finals and during the playoffs. He's gone. You exchange him for Dennis Schroeder. Alex Caruso is finally fully coming into his own. He started that last year. He's doing it again. Taylor Horton-Tucker is getting those bench minutes that are very important that I feel like, he one day will eventually work himself into being a starter, hopefully, for this team. So I'm looking at, the Lakers. They're very established. The East, I don't really know. I'm not trusting Philly. I love Doc. Doc, my guy, but I don't trust Doc until I see it happen in the playoffs. I don't trust Ben Simmons. What is he gonna do when they start zoning up and they make Embiid go out there to the 3-point line? I don't trust Embiid. What you gonna do when they start zoning up and they make you go out there to the 3-point line? I don't trust Tobias Harris. What are you gonna do when they start zoning up and you just staying at the 3-point line like you always are? I don't really know. I like Shaq. I think Shaq actually gives them a different level of dynamicism or I'm sorry, I don't even know if I said that right. Dynamicism or dynamics. I don't even know if I said dynamics. He gives them much more dynamic team. Sorry, that's a terrible. I'm drunk off the rosé. Well, not even drunk. I'm a little buzzed off the rosé. But he gives them a much more dynamic team. So I'm looking at Shaq as maybe a guy that could potentially change some series for you, but he's not gonna change no series where you're gonna win it. So I'm not worried. Seth ain't gonna change no series. What is he changing?
He can shoot.
He's not changing anything.
I think that but I think that's a guy that like you said, if you want to double up on Embiid and you want to give Embiid a lot of help, Embiid has shown himself to be a willing passer. That's a guy. I think he led the league in 3-point percentage last year. He was a guy that I didn't really understand why Dallas was just okay losing, especially the fact that you had historically the best offense in NBA history. That would have been something that I would have liked to lean in on. Like you had your identity. Luka has potential to be one of the greatest offensive players maybe that we've ever seen. I'm gonna lean in on it. I'm not gonna try to take a step back offensively. I'm gonna just lean in on it. But you put that with a guy like Embiid, it kind of makes doubling him, especially when you have a guy like Simmons on the court, who's not gonna shoot. But even for Simmons, like if he's putting pressure on the defense, and getting to the cup, and people have to collapse, and you have a shooter, like Seth Curry out there, I think that he's a guy that can prove to be big for them in the playoffs and also down the stretch. Personally, in my opinion.
But how do you define being big? Big is if big is what you're saying is hitting a couple shots and being big, effective. Bro. That's not big, bro. That's not big. Bro. You're not winning no championship, G.
I disagree with that. Like
you're not winning a championship with that. You're not winning championship with that.
I disagree with that. Like if we're in like a tough game, I don't know, 4 and it's tied 2-2 and we trying to go up 3-2 and the man catch fire and give you like 23 points. That wasn't big.
Come on, bro.
That ain't big.
It's big, but I'm not.
And also Seth isn't a terrible defender. He tries. He's not bad.
It's not about him being a terrible defender. We're talking about game changers. He's not a game changer to me. He won't be a game changer to me in the East. There are better guards. He's going to have a little bit more stiffer competition. He's actually not a guard that can dribble, that can create problems for guys like Kyrie Irving. So I'm not worried about it. He can't even create problems for Drew Holiday.
I disagree with that. The reason why he can create problems for Kyrie is because Kyrie has to stay aware. Also, Seth is a guy who can like run around screens. I'm not so sure how much Kyrie wants to run into Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid screens all day, trying to just chase that man around. And that's a guy that Kyrie, now obviously he's not going to put the ball on the floor and, be as creative as Kyrie, but that's a guy that Kyrie is going to have to pay attention to. Every single guard that he plays against is going to have to pay a very good attention to Steph Curry because you can't leave him.
I mean, I'm not upset at that. I think it's a little interesting, but he's a little interesting. He was a guy that for the Mavericks last year changed things for them because he allowed guys that he allowed a guy like Luka Doncic to be able to just play ISO and just be able to ready to catch and shoot. They don't have any ISO players on the 76ers. So if the 76ers are running, what are you talking about?
Embiid can ISO. I think Tobias can ISO.
He's an ISO player on the block. That's not a real ISO player. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. You know good and goddamn well exactly what I'm talking about. All right, bro.
That's ISO though. That's still ISO, and also Embiid is a guy who.
Not what I'm talking about. Though. I'm talking about ISO. You would have no one that can ISO on the perimeter other than Shake Milton. You trusting Shake Milton with your season? No. On the Mavericks, Luka Doncic was money all year long. Seth could run around screens, pin downs, and catch the ball and shoot the ball. He's just gonna be standing around this year. Doc offenses don't move like that. He'll be standing around watching them shoot, occasionally getting some shots. He's not going to be that effective this year. I'm sorry. I'm not worried about him. I'm more so worried about the Bucks maybe catching fire and the Nets actually figuring it out than I am about the 76ers. The 76ers are a second-round exit. Probably to the Celtics again.
We'll see.
But let's go ahead. Let's actually get ready to round this out with a question from our guy, Teddy Hart. He says, who deserves their first All-Star selection this year between Zach LaVine, C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson, or Jaylen Brown? What do you feel? How do you feel?
If we have to pick just one, I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown has been underratedly the best Celtic all season. I think that Jaylen Brown has been a huge reason for their success. I think he's been the best player on both ends of the court. And I think that this will be a 50-win team, and this will be one of the big players in the East, as in the team will be one of the big players in the East down the stretch. So if I had to just pick one player, I'm going to go with Jaylen Brown hands down.
Yeah, if I had to pick one player, I'm going to say it's Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown because, as I told you before, or at least at the start of the season, I didn't know who was better, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. And then I kind of, after a couple games, like, bro, Jaylen Brown might be better than Jason Tatum. And he was like, yeah, he might be. But we keep thinking Tatum, you know what I mean? I agree. It's Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown, without a doubt, has been the best player on that team this year. I actually think, hands down this year, he's been the best guard in the East, period. You can name a guard. I mean, Harden's there now. But if you want to talk about from the start of the season to now, Jaylen Brown has been hands down the best guard in the East to me. He might not be the most popular. He's been the best guard in the East. C.J. McCollum was good, but he went down. I don't think he'll make the All-Star team. Zach LaVine has not been the best guard in the East. The Bulls still look like the Bulls. He's still jacking up crazy shots. Zion is good. Zion probably will be an all-star this year. I'm not worried about that, including if the fans vote him in. So I'm not worried about Zion. He will be an all-star this year.
Real quick, Jaylen Brown shooting 53% from the field and 43% from three.
Crazy. On how many shots a game?
On 19 shots, he's
taking 19 a game?
Taking 19 shots a game, and he's averaging 27 points.
Yeah, he's definitely the best one on the team, though, which is kind of crazy, though.
On the lowest of keys, nobody will ever put him in there. He's low-key in the MVP conversation. In the conversation, he's not gonna win the award, but he's in the conversation.
He kind of got to be in there, maybe like 6 or 7,
like 5th or 6th, but he's in the conversation. Nobody's ever gonna mention him for it. They're not gonna do it, but he's in the conversation.
I mean, if he finishes the season with these numbers.
The issue is Tatum, though. Like, Tatum is a guy who gets all the fanfare and does the cool moves. So people are going to give it to Tatum over him because he has all the fanfare and does the cool moves.
Points.
He's averaging 26 points. 26 points, 7 boards.
They both kind of what he's taking 21 shots a game. He's shooting 47 and 43%, which is not that bad. I mean, I'm not upset with it. I mean, it kind of is what it is on that. I still feel like Jaylen Brown is better. But that's also why we had the episode before. We said, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum could be Scotty and Mike 2.0. You feel me?
I said Kawhi and PG, but
but we also said, I think I probably said Jaylen Brown, and I mean that they could be Scotty and Mike 2.0. They really could. I really believe that. But any final words? Any final thoughts for this episode?
No. Nah. Oh, I just hope PG and Kawhi okay. That's really it. I just hope PG and Kawhi okay.
I'm sure they'll be okay. They improve.
Protocol. I hope it's not serious. And that's about it.
Yeah, man, it's been Hoops and Brews. Your boy TPJ. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. Probably starting next month, we're going to start doing these a lot earlier during the day and probably doing them, if not every day, 3 to 5 times a week during the day. So get ready.
I'm sure y'all would be happy about that.
So I'm sure y'all be happy about it. So that way y'all ain't got to watch us at 12 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, because I know a lot of y'all be on the East Coast and watching us from around the world. But actually, last 2 minutes, fans, go ahead, drop your questions in there. Drop a like, then drop your question in the chat, and I will put your chat up, and we will answer your questions for the next 5 minutes. Go ahead, fans. Drop your questions in there, because actually, we always got to get the fans a chance. They said, yo, shout out to my guy Osmosis Gones. He said, what's good, Pavi and TPJ? Appreciate you as always. Somebody said, TPJ, that's wild. They was talking about when I was talking about the Shaq thing. Nah, G, I'm sorry, G. Somebody said, nah, TPJ about to say KD more athletic than Shaq. No, he's not more athletic than Shaq. But they about the same kind of athlete. Shaq is just he's just big, bro. He big and strong. It's been a lot of guys that's been big and strong.
Okay.
Next big trade in the NBA.
I think Andre Drummond.
To who?
To anybody who wants Andre Drummond.
I'm not upset at that. Somebody said, what y'all think about Kevin Love to the Heat? Kevin Love to the Heat would not make them favorites in the East. They still gonna get scraped. They have no one on the perimeter that can dribble and ISO. When KD and Kyrie and Harden.
Give me Butler, Hero, Dragic. I disagree with that. They have Dragic, Hero.
They're not even gonna be able to beat the Celtics this year. Tristan Thompson gonna smack somebody on the Heat.
I also forgot to mention the Heat when I was thinking about another team, but yeah, that too. But no, Kevin Love to the Heat. Just why? Why? And what assets do the Heat have that? Well, let me not say what. I think they have some rookies that maybe that they'll take. But my thing is just why. And also, if I'm the Heat, I don't really want to mess up my cap room for next summer. Like, I'll probably want to go at the guy like, let's say, Oladipo or something like that. They've been linked together for at least like almost 6-8 months now. So like, maybe that's something that needs to happen in the off season. So I don't really see why I would do that if I'm them.
I'm not trading for Kevin Love. Somebody said Levine to the Sixers. Hey, Teddy Hart, shout out to you, bro. We appreciate you as always. Oh shit, Teddy Hart, you been in here donating. I see you here. You donated twice. You said we talking about athleticism, size, strength, mobility, agility, speed, and vertical are all elements of athleticism. Shaq had all of them at his size and strength better than anyone else. Not better than Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain. I'm sorry, bro.
He's stronger than Bill Russell. Now, if you want to say Will Chamberlain,
Teddy Hart again. TPJ athleticism includes your size as well. Hey, yo, shout out to you, Teddy Hart. I'm sorry, bro. I don't be looking at the comments when we be talking. I just be talking. He said TPJ just because they aren't good. Yeah, I feel you, bro, but no, I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong. I give Shaq credit for being that big and being that athletic. He just not not that good of an athlete. And he wasn't that great to be talking to these guys like that. That's my only point. It wasn't that he was a bad athlete. It wasn't that. My bad, Teddy, bro. I ain't mean to leave all out there. Shout out to you, bro. You donated $15, bro. I appreciate you, G. But I definitely included both of your questions in there. So you did not donate in vain, because both of the questions you sent me on Twitter, I definitely put them in there. So somebody said a Bill trade. I also saw somebody say, he said Kristaps and some picks need to get shipped to Washington for Bill. Bradley Beal in no way helps the Washington. He in no way helps the Dallas Mavericks get better. They get smaller. They get less, better, defensively. Luka don't need the ball in his hands less. I saw this man Luka in person, this year, as in 2021. He was amazing. Was it 2021? I think it was 2021 when I saw Luka.
No, it was 2020. I think.
Oh, it was 2020. Okay, and it was probably in this. Oh, let me look. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it was. I saw Luka December 27th, 2020. So, okay. My bad, Teddy. I appreciate you, though, bro. And don't get me wrong. We always see you donate, whether you guys donate via Cash App, whether you donate via youtube.com/HoopsNBrews, or whether you donate through our Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/HNB Media TV, or streamlabs.com/HoopsNBrews. We always appreciate you. He said Kristaps has NAS. Yes, Kristaps had knee surgery. He's been back for 4 games. He got to play himself in shape. He actually had a great game the other day, and he been looking like he want to play in the post a little bit more, which I actually feel is a very, very encouraging sign for them. Teddy said Levine to the 76ers. Why? For who and why?
He's saying like for like Danny Green, probably Thibault, and like some
Why would the
picks.
Bulls do that?
Yeah, just like why would
Why,
the Bulls?
G?
Like I
Why,
get it,
G?
but like why?
No,
I
G.
also believe in Zach LaVine. I think that Zach LaVine can kind of be that bridge player for the Bulls.
No,
I think that he's when I say bridge player, I mean a guy who helps you get the franchise back to some level of respectability. And I think that he's a guy who can maybe get his jersey retired with the Bulls one day. I think he can. If he plays it long enough, I think he can. He can walk away all he wants to, but I think he can. So, it's my point. That's how I feel about it. I like Zach LaVine. I like what he brings to the Bulls, and yeah.
Gee, they telling me Derrick Rose don't deserve to get his jersey retired.
Listen.
Bulls
TP.
writers is telling us
TP.
Derrick Rose don't deserve to get his jersey retired, but Zach LaVine deserve to get his jersey retired one day. You are on drugs. He ain't never even been an all-star as a Bull. You do good dope.
Can you listen? Those Bulls writers are white, and they're mad at Derrick Rose for things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Boy.
They are. Those Bulls writers are white. Those Bulls writers are white, and they're mad.
I don't give a damn if they was fucking pink. I don't give a damn if they was pink. You're on drugs.
The Bulls writers are lying.
How many All-Star appearances has Zach LaVine appeared in Chicago Bulls?
I mean, he has to get.
How many he got to get his jersey retired? Lie to me.
Like 3, 4. The only 4-time All-Stars the Bulls got in their history is
Carlos Boozer deserved to get his jersey retired.
Carlos Boozer didn't make
Carlos Boozer jersey.
Did Carlos Boozer even make an All-Star team?
Retired Taj Gibson.
No, they didn't make All-Star teams. The Bulls only have 3 4-time All-Stars in their history? 3.
You don't deserve to get your jersey retired for that. You're on drugs.
I'm serious.
No. Period. No.
Whatever.
Anyways, it's been your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's ReelTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. And as always, this show co-stars rapper extraordinaire Pavi. Go ahead. Talk to us, man. Let us know where they can find you at.
As always, guys, follow me on Twitter at PaviWorld, Pavy World. All one word. Make sure y'all go check out my new record, Soft Lips. Songs about women will be out very, very soon. So yeah, make sure y'all go check that out.
Gee, this man is a father, bro. How is he gonna get his jersey retired, bro?
What
type of cocaine are you doing?
I said that.
What type of cocaine are you sniffing? What type of marijuana are you hitting? What type of heroin are you injecting? What type of MDMA are you putting in your water? What is wrong with you?
He can. I said that he is a guy who could pop. First of all,
Shaq is number 6 all time to me. He's not top 5. Number 6.
He's not all time. He's not. No.
Number 6 all time.
More than honest, he's probably more like 10th.
A top 7 Bull all time. No,
Huh?
he's not better than Ben Gordon.
Who?
Zach LaVine.
Yes,
no,
he is.
No, he's not. No,
Yes,
he's not.
he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
No,
he
he's not.
is.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Who are your top
Yes,
7 Bulls all time? My top 7 Bulls or my top 5 Bulls all time. Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose, Scottie Pippen, Joakim Noah, Lou Alding, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc. Get Zach LaVine, little noodle neckhead ass, clean the fuck out of here.
That's actually terrible.
No. How is that a terrible top 7?
Listen,
who you gonna put in? Jerry Sloan?
Yeah, my top
Boy,
7.
Get your little shoe having ass out of
My
here.
top 7 would be Michael
Lil
Jordan,
boot having ass.
This is in order. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose, probably Jerry Sloan, then probably Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, Jerry Sloan, and then lastly, I'll probably go Rodman.
So where's Zach LaVine at? You told me he was top 7.
No, I didn't.
You said he might be.
He can be. He's played there for 2 years. Let him play some more.
You're lying, G.
Let him play some more. He's 25
not
years
gonna
old.
do it, G. They're gonna trade that man because he can't win games.
We'll see.
Nothing he does affects winning.
We'll see. He also don't have a good team around him, but okay.
He also don't do nothing that affect winning.
He don't have a good team around him, G.
He also don't do nothing that affect winning.
Does he have a good team around him?
Does he do stuff that affect winning?
Yes, on a good. Actually, we
You're
don't
lying.
know.
He ain't been on a good. He's supposed to be the best player.
The team ain't good.
How many years you gonna say that?
The team ain't good. G, what the fuck?
How many years you gonna say that? How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good.
How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good.
How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good, bro.
How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good.
How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good.
How many years you gonna lie to me?
It's not good.
I'm asking you a question.
It's not good, bro.
You're
It's really not
lying,
that
bro.
good.
You're
It's
lying,
not-
bro. You the same guy that said Jim Boylan wasn't that bad, bro. You tweaking. Tweaking.
I said no. I said that Boylan wasn't that bad because the team trash. The team trash. It's not that good. It's not a good team.
He can still be better, bro. He's not good.
Okay, he could be
He's
better,
not.
but
He's not that good. He's not that good. He's not an all-star. Actually, I'm not mad at Artis Gilmore. I'm not mad at D Rose. I'm not mad at Levine is not there though. Talent-wise, he's not there. Give me Luol Deng. Give me Luol Deng over Zach LaVine any day. Luol Deng, Iron Man. Iron Man. Iron Man. Iron Man. Literal Iron Man. Give me Luol Deng over Zach LaVine. How many times Zach LaVine been to the playoffs? I can tell you how many times Luol been. How many times was Luol Deng an all-star Chicago Bull? How many times was Zion? Exactly. How many times Zach Wood? I'm sorry. Zach LaVine. I'm sorry, but call his man Zach Williamson. No, he won't. No, he won't. Watch, he won't. Watch, he won't. Watch, he won't. Watch, he won't. Harden, Kyrie, Katie. Harden, Kyrie, KD.
Don't put KD because KD.
Gordon Hayward gonna make it. I'm sorry. I'm just naming the team. It's 12 players. Gordon Hayward going
front court players.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Jaylen Brown gonna make it. Jaylen Brown gonna make it. Jaylen Brown gonna make it. Chris Middleton gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
Who else in the East? Ben Simmons gonna make it. He in the backcourt.
I don't know if Simmons gonna make it this year.
All right, bro.
I don't know if he's gonna make it
All
this
right,
year.
G.
His numbers went down from I think he's averaging the least he's averaged since his like rookie year. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I'm dead serious.
Exactly, bro. Thank you, G. You on that.
I literally
dope,
said,
G.
listen, I literally said we will
dope,
see.
G.
I didn't put him top 7 all
Captain
time.
Kirk, exactly, G. Give me Captain Kirk Heinrich over Zach LaVine, G.
This is where
Captain Kirk over Zach LaVine, G.
This is where I log out.
Dead ass.
Said
Captain Kirk over Zach LaVine, G.
I said Zach LaVine has a chance to get is a player who has a chance to get his jersey retired by the Bulls. He is 25 years old, averaging 27. If he stays with his franchise for 5 to 6 more years, he's going to be in every single category of the record of the Bulls record book.
You think Zach LaVine 5 to 6 more years?
He might. I don't fucking know the future. He might.
Look, I got a better chance of making the NBA, all right, than he does of getting his jersey retired as a Chicago Bull. Okay, and you know what? He probably will make the All-Star team this year because every guard in the East this year has been trash. God awful, G. Literally. Trae Young gonna be an All-Star this year. Let me see. Brogdon. Actually, let me see. How many guards make it? Bradley Beal gonna make it this year. Well, actually, he might not make it. G. Bradley Beal gonna be the first player to average like 40 points and not make an All-Star team. Let's see. Guards, Jaylen Brown gonna make it. Yeah, Zach LaVine kind of got to make it based on these numbers. Trae Young got to make it. Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon. Middleton is listed as small forward this year. Rozier not going to make it. Lowry not going to make it. RJ Barrett not. Man, the East guards is terrible, bro. Yeah, you're right. He definitely going to make it this year. But no, he not getting his jersey retired. It's not going to happen. But anyway. Oh, yeah, by the way, Russ, G. Last few minutes. It's over, ain't it, bro?
Yeah, it's looking bad, bro.
I don't even know what they do with that man, G. Like, you can't sit that man. What you
cut him?
How, G?
Don't cut
you.
Russ.
Oh, he got 3 years left.
He
got
He got
like
$120
$120 million left on his contract though. If you include this and them 2 years, how?
I don't know, bro. Russ is an interesting case, man. But also, I'm not going to judge it too hard because Washington just got the Rona. They haven't even played. They haven't practiced. I'm not going to judge it too hard because we don't even know what Russ could do if that team gets signed to jail. Yeah. So I'm not going to judge it too hard because they just missed 2 weeks of basketball, G. So I'm not going to really say things until hopefully, they can get some practice in, get on the court, and actually get some continuity with each other. So I'm not going to judge it too hard, but it definitely ain't looked that great.
Yeah, man, it really ain't looking that great. I'm worried about Russ. I told y'all he was gonna be Melo. Melo's still in the league, G. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
He's still playing in the National Basketball Association. Russ, I don't know, G. Russ might not like we thought it was over for Melo 2 years ago.
But yeah, he gonna think about Russ. Russ is still going now. He's shooting terrible, but Russ is still going out there and giving you a triple double.
You think he really only won't? Yes, but that's the thing. They don't matter anymore.
But
nobody cares about his triple doubles anymore, bro. You the only person that still honor them triple doubles.
No, I'm saying like Russ still going out there and give you a triple double every night. Russ isn't terrible. Like there's still worse players than Russell Westbrook. Is he worth his contract? probably not at this point, but there's still worse players than Russell Westbrook. To me, the thing with Russ is like it don't seem like he can stay healthy at this point in his career. He always having quad issues. He be having quad issues for like a year. It don't seem like that he's a guy who can stay healthy. I think all those years of the way he played may have taken a toll up on him. But we'll see. Again, like I said, I don't want to judge it too much because the Wizards literally haven't played. Like they just haven't played. So I don't want to judge it too much.
Yeah, I agree. So I think we'll see, but it's not looking good. But anyways, man, it's been Hoops and Brews. We appreciate y'all. All of y'all. Shout out to y'all for donating. As always, we will get up with you guys next time. Please make sure you don't drink and drive. Today I was drinking some of that Barefoot Rosé because I've been on a rosé wave lately. Pavi, what you sipping on today?
Chardonnay.
Exactly. And as always, you better be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. Don't drink and drive. You better not be doing it. If you're under the age of 21, you better not be fucking drinking. We always appreciate you guys. Please make sure you drop a like before you exit this video page. Whether you're listening to us in audio form or you're listening to us and watching us on video form, we appreciate you guys. We will be back up with you. I actually have a funeral service to attend this week, so we will be back next weekend. Mad condolences to my girl, and huge shout out and much condolences and respect to Uncle Tony. And I'll get up with y'all next time, man. Peace out.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.